What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. This is your Monday motivational video for today. I hope you guys are first of all had a great weekend, and I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Me, I had a great weekend with friends and family, so that's always fun. But back to business. As you guys know, I'm never off. Business continues. So that's where I'm at. But today I want to talk to you guys about accountability. Now, a lot of us tend to blame so many things as to why we are not where we want to be, we're not where we should be, why things aren't going as fast as we want them to be. And that can be, a number of different factors. But the one thing that I have learned over time is that you have got to be accountable. You have got to take responsibility and accountability for what you do and what you don't do. So what you don't do is really the reason why you probably aren't where you need to be, or why things aren't working out the way you thought they would. Sometimes we get to a place where we're either comfortable and we feel like, oh, you know what, I don't need to do anything else. I think I'm fine right here. And then you wonder why things still aren't playing out the way you want to. If you have goals you want to attain and nothing seems to be going on, sometimes you got to kind of sit back and analyze what you've been doing. Have I really been putting my all into this? Have I really been putting in the time that I should put in? And to be honest with you, sometimes that calls for sacrifices. Sometimes when you, for example, let's just say you have a specific time that you like going to bed. Let's call it 9 o'clock. You want to be in bed by 9 o'clock. And this goes for, whether you have goals and you're still working, a 9 to 5, or if you have your own business, and like myself in this specific situation, like I said this before, like it's easy to kind of fall off. It's easy to get lazy. It's easy to say, oh, you know what, I'll do it later. And that later comes around and you don't feel like doing it anymore. And that's why I said it is so important to make sure that you are motivating yourself and you are disciplined in doing the things that you need to do to get closer to your goal. So let's just say that you like going to bed at 9 o'clock and you are on that time so hard that you refuse to sacrifice that 9 o'clock hour. So when you're doing things during the day and maybe, you got caught up running errands or shopping and, you really haven't really done much that day for your goals, you're like, oh man, but I got to be in bed by 9 o'clock. I don't have time. Sometimes you have to sacrifice that 9 o'clock for 10 o'clock, 11, maybe 12. You really have to put in that work. Sometimes it calls for you sacrificing some sleep, going to bed later. Sometimes it may sacrifice you to eating a little later. That's really hard work. Sometimes you even have to skip meals. It's not healthy and I'm not encouraging you to do it, but sometimes you have to do what it takes. And it's almost like when you haven't done much that day and you're like, oh man, but I got to go to bed at 9 o'clock. Okay, well, can you sacrifice 1 hour and go to bed an hour later in order for you to work on your goals? Can you do that? So that's just a prime example of something that you can sacrifice in order to do the work to get closer to your goals. So if you don't do that and you don't get anything out of that day, now the next day in your mind, you have to double up on your, whatever it is that you do to get closer to your goal. And now you're stressing yourself out. So when you're stressed out, you have to kind of look in the mirror and take accountability for that. You know what? I could have went to bed an hour later if I would have just kind of disciplined myself, if I would have just kind of taking some time, at least an extra hour. Yeah, I may be a little tired, but this is what I have to do. In order for me to get here, I have to do what I have to do to get from here to here. You know, you're not going to get over here if you stop here. So, you know, that's just an example of taking accountability for what you didn't do. So when it comes to, you know, working at your goals, you really have to be real with yourself. Be patient with yourself, but be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, you know what? Am I procrastinating? Am I really doing everything? Am I really working as hard as I should? Am I really giving it my all? Like, think about the things that you are doing. Could you do more? And if the answer is yes, then start to kind of peel away, okay, where can I adjust my times in my day? Maybe instead of eating breakfast at 8, I can kind of push it to 9 just to give myself a little extra time to do something. Or if you go to lunch at 12, or if you eat lunch at 12, it's like, you know what? I eat lunch at 12 because that's just the time that I eat lunch. But are you always hungry at 12 o'clock? Can you sacrifice a little time to kind of push that back a little bit just to give yourself some time to do whatever it is that you need to do? I always say, the earlier you get things done, the better it is for you throughout the day. Because I feel like even if you have all this time during the day to do whatever it is that you need to do, the later it gets, the more you feel like you don't have the time to do everything you have to do. And then you're stressing yourself out because you don't get everything done. So, you know, you get up at 8, get up at 6 or 7, get up earlier, start a different routine. I know it's tough when you are in the middle of, you know, you have a routine and you have everything done and you do everything like clockwork. But sometimes you have to kind of disrupt that a little bit in order for you to do what you have to do to get closer to your goals. You know, sometimes doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, sometimes that can kind of, you know, pull away from getting closer to your goal. So it's okay to switch things up a little bit. You know, and it will make a difference. It will make a difference. If you feel like you don't have time at the end of the day, get up earlier and do things a little earlier, or before you get up for work. Or if this is your work and you're working from home, what is it that you can do in your house that can kind of help you do things a little bit better, more efficiently? Those are the things that you have to think about. So again, you have to be accountable for the things that you do and you don't do. And, you know, I really want to encourage you guys to, you know, always give yourself some time to reflect. Give yourself time to really, even if it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, kind of sit back and think about the month that you've had. Think about what you've done, what you haven't done. How close are you to your goal? Are you as close as you wanted to be? Are you closer than you thought you would be? Are you further away? What caused you to be further away? What caused you to be closer to your goal? What you did, what you didn't do. Take accountability for that, and then switch things up the following month or the following week, or however often you want to sit there and reflect on yourself. It's okay to say to yourself, okay, you know what? I messed up here, or you know what? I could have done more. And it's okay, because the next day you have another opportunity to do things differently to get closer to your goal. So accountability, you guys. And this isn't just for work. This is a life lesson. You know, that this is life. You have to take accountability for yourself. What you do, whether it's work, relationship, parenting, marriage, leisure, sports, anything in life, you always have to reflect on yourself. Take accountability. And there's nothing wrong with that. Who better of a critic than yourself? Look in the mirror and tell yourself, you know what? You messed up a little bit today, but we're going to get it right. We're going to get it right. So there you guys have it, your motivational video for this Monday. I hope this encouraged you guys. And as always, leave a comment below. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know if this helped you. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like and share. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodaloo.